Yippers.
Ripping a half gallon.
I like that you guys. All right. Turkey Hill. What the? Where the fuck
Iced
do you
tea?
think you are? Yes, I've had Turkey Hill. I've had every iced tea known to man.
Bojangles?
I love. No, I actually haven't had Bojangles.
Bojangles.
You're a liar now.
That is the best tea of all time.
Gotta want to need to get a house
There's
of
like not even a
Bojangles.
Bojangles like anywhere near here.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you
Damn.
guys
You guys
Y'all
got
are-
to culture yourselves.
with Bojangles.
With Bojangles, yeah.
With
We can-
I'm not gonna be lectured by two kids from the South about culture.
Bojangles
Dude.
sounds like the name of the Confederate flag.
Yeah, exactly.
We were closest to
Those
jazz.
are the bells on the bottom of the Confederate flag, the Bojangles.
Dude, we were the closest to jazz in the South, so we're pretty cultured. I think.
Bojangles
Because you guys
sounds
stole
like
the
your
people who
cousin.
made it.
Dude, that Elvis movie
That's
was
when you
a
fuck your
psyop.
bow and his teeth are jangling in his pocket.
All right, we have a bunch of people talking at once right now. We're off to a hot start.
I do wish we had one more person to see if we could fit him on the couch. Lay
We got the
across our
dog.
laps, dude.
He's chilling.
True.
He's good. Well, I don't know. Before we start in and we introduce these two white versions of me and George, I think Georgie, I saw a news article about you the other day. I saw you. You got to stop drinking milk, dude. Your little road rage incident.
Yeah, dude.
Took a shit on some lady's car. You fucking monster. Dude, I watched the video of the lady in Delco pooping. So, did you guys hear about this?
No.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't hear about it.
there's this lady who was in a road rage incident where she got out and she sat on the hood of the car and behind
She
her.
sprayed it into the grill and radiator.
She hit it with like a shotgun style shit.
She totaled the car. She
No.
totaled the car with one fucking shit.
My favorite part about the videos are all Delco accents yelling the entire time, right? It's like, you're a fucking pig. You're a fucking slob pig. You know?
Lady screaming, it looks exactly the same.
Yeah, it was. And
Dude,
then, go ahead.
I was to say, you know that lady had to shit originally, and then she got really mad, and she was like,
she was like sick. She was like, fuck yeah.
She was like,
already
perfect
pissed off.
timing.
I just love the end of the video too. The guy's like, "Oh, yo, the bitch just shit on her car." That's crazy. And then she got arrested.
She's in like Honda. She actually covered the whole.
What was the
covered
charge? What was the official charge for
I think
that?
she got literally
Public
like
defecation,
indecent
right?
exposure and like,
Damn.
what was the other one? It was like,
Public defecation.
yeah, it wasn't public defecation, but it was like exposing fecal matter on the highway or dumping fecal matter.
It's
on the
chemical
highway.
warfare.
Like, chemical
Dude,
waste.
That's funny that they have to.
Chemical.
That's funny that they have to make that a law, like a chargeable offense.
It
Like,
means you know it's happened
If you're
before.
shitting on people's cars, you have to go to jail.
But when I saw the shit, like because you can watch it on Twitter.
Yeah, it's
we
very
should put
fun.
the link. But when you see it, it does look like a poopy I've seen George take plenty of times.
Only when you hit the right spots.
Yeah.
See, that's
You
making me squirt.
Dude, but like if the shit was like solid and looked healthy, would she have gotten like a lesser charge?
She would have gotten a high five.
Like that was sick, but like
Probably
it just
wouldn't
looked
have ruined
sad.
The car so bad if it was like that. And then she was getting carried out by the police, and she was like, "You should have listened to my side of the story."
We saw your side of the story. It was very
crazy.
sloppy and gross.
It was crazy. It ruled.
It's peanut butter colored.
Yeah, it was peanut butter.
It did look
colored.
like she sneezed peanut butter on the lady's car.
The fact that she had one locked and loaded in the chamber, which I can appreciate, right? Because like I used to hate poop all the time. Like that's like you guys know what hate pooping is from where you're from.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
pooping?
Hate poop.
What the fuck is that?
You get pissed off, you have to take a shit.
No, what? No.
He just made his own.
You just get angry sometimes. And you're like, I'm out of here, and you're like, shit.
I gotta like let off some steam.
Imagine having an argument with Anthony, and he's just like, I have to leave for 30 minutes. I have to leave.
This is how every day interacts at our house.
You can't yell at him too much because he'll get hemorrhoids.
Yeah,
dude.
Fucking-
I'm fighting him right now. I'm patient fucking 0 right now.
we
So what is angry shits?
hate poop.
Hate
is,
poop. Sorry.
Angry shits. That's the fancy version.
Yeah. Angry shits is what Anthony gets. Hate poops is when somebody's wronged you, so you go back to their place of residence and you poop on their place of residence.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
know? And like, I'm not even gonna. There you go, Bubba's. How's it going? You all right? Oh,
It just
down?
fell.
We usually just shoot him down south.
This is a crazy way to get off the couch.
He's
There
talking
we
about the
go.
dog.
I know he was talking. Was he talking about the dog? That's what I thought.
He's about to eat the M&Ms. Jesus Christ.
I'm about to hate you, fucking dude.
Dude, so like one time, me and my old friend, we were hanging out, and like he was like, "Hey," we were walking around his neighborhood smoking, and it was like the middle of the night, and he goes, "Yo, this guy used to carpool me when I was a kid, and one time he made me throw my breakfast out because he had a rule: no food in the car." So we shit on his walkway, right? And like, so hate poop. It's a good hate poop.
He punished his neighbors too.
Everybody.
He
Oh,
showed
his walkway, not his like fucking. Okay.
No, not like the sidewalk. That's crazy.
No,
He showed him the
3 squares
breakfast
up.
afterwards. He was like,
We
this is
put a
what you
bagel.
get.
Yeah. We put a bagel on top of it.
Smear.
The one was bad though. I remember we were out and some kid we were like having a snowball fight at like Rowan, and somebody hit the guy's house, and the guy came out and like cursed out. It was like a frat kid, like cursed out my buddy. So later that night, after we were done at the bar, we hopped over their fence and he took a shit on their picnic table. It was like, but it was like an he had Crohn's disease, so it was like,
it was like that lady.
it was gross.
The
dude.
disease shit.
Yeah, exactly. He has a sickness.
Get a
you
white
know?
dog shit come out.
It was like age.
I was about to say
Had arms and
pre-age.
legs and shit, dude. Started running around.
Why is your shit crying?
He started doing open mic comedy.
But yeah, that's like the
Get a
so I
miscarriage on his
respect
fucking bench.
I respect that lady for what she did. I think that rules.
Yeah, she's
What,
a
the poop lady?
patriot, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Patriot.
a good old hate poop. That's a,
All right, word.
you ever?
Yeah, she did a hate poop.
Yeah, that's a hate poop. That's what I mean. And she did it live.
On film.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do it during the day in front of the person.
Well,
That's like
I've always had a fantasy of like leaving a job and like pissing on like the boardroom table, you know? But then it's like, oh, I could never piss in that scenario. This lady was like, dude, I'm gonna squirt diarrhea all across your fucking house.
Have you ever
Or your
worked in
car.
a corporate job?
I used to work in nuclear power plant work. So
Whoa, that's
so
dope.
I used to have like meetings with engineers and shit, and I worked night shift. So I would go in there and they'd be like, "Why isn't this done?" And I'd be like, "Fuck you, dude. I'm 19. Like don't talk to me like this. Like I'm just trying to do my job."
Because I was like, the idea of him being like, I'm going to piss on a boardroom table. I was like, what does he think an office looks like? It's really just cubicles. It's really,
He saw white collar and they're like,
you're
what's
pissing
up?
on the coffee table in the waiting lounge. That's like,
on the microwave in the break room.
I'm gonna piss on the host stand.
exactly.
Dude, when we graduated high school, Nikki sent me sent our group a Snapchat video of him like pissing all over the bathroom, and he was like, "Take it easy, high school." And we started like a week left. I was like, "Why did you do that?"
He's got to repeat his fucking senior
He
year.
literally did it the day before we left. He was like, "Okay, now it's the right
Now
time."
it's fun.
I was like, That's
Now
awesome.
it's fun. That's a good
funny.
joke that keeps on giving. Though. Nikki, our boy Nikki.
Yeah.
We love you, Nikki. Dude.
Yeah, he
we
rocks,
love
dude.
Nikki, dude. You little dirty fuck, dude. We love Nikki.
Dude, we used to at lunch in 7th grade. If we would go to the bathroom and there was people at the urinals, I used to piss on their legs. me and Nikki, dude.
You're a monster.
It was like piss on their feet if they wouldn't notice.
Dude, I've heard stories like that, and that is absolutely foul. to
It's
do.
so funny.
Oh, George is like, for such a little guy, he does some outrageous shit. Outrageous. Pissing on another person is, you just saw Nikki.
No, not on Nikki, on people that we didn't know.
That's great.
People we
That's
didn't
great.
know.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I just see legs. Let me
Yeah,
piss on."
literally.
they either hate it or they're really receptive to it.
Yeah.
Like,
One guy's throbbing. He's like,
Oh, my God.
I called him a guy. We're 12.
he cuts out a glory hole. He saws it out.
I just imagine your mom getting the phone call like, yeah, George pissed on somebody's shoes.
You gotta come get
and then
him.
he got molested.
You'd have thought you like grew up with wolves, dude.
Arab parents.
Not far off.
He was just
No.
Mowgli. You were Mowgli raised by wolves. Dude,
I guess we should introduce our boys, huh? Right? We haven't done that.
Let's do it, dude.
You guys want to introduce yourselves?
yeah. Well, you go first.
All right,
word.
You
My name's
introduced
Dylan.
me.
Hello.
Dylan
Weeks.
what? There you go.
Yeah. This is my boy Chase.
Yeah, I'm Chase.
It's
Anthony
just-
Chase.
There it is.
Chase.
What do you guys
Going
do?
through a name
You
change.
guys botched the fucking names.
Watch your own names. That's sick.
Their own
Well, it's weird to
names.
rip 10 minutes and then be like, oh, guys.
Well, that's what we
Tell
do
them your
here.
name.
Dude, I'm pretty much me. Anthony Chase. I'm Anthony Chase, and we got pretty nervous before the pod, so we had a few mimosas. So we were amped up, and we had to bring ourselves down, and then we just ended up kind of getting day drunk. So
And then we biked for 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get here, so I was sweaty. I was sweating out
Yeah, it
mimosa,
sobered
and I
us
was
up
like,
a
"What's
little
up,
bit.
dudes? How we
Smell
doing?"
good.
That's-
Boys smell good, dude. Fucking, yeah, you
I
guys
showered right before this, low key. So
You guys do ride bikes all over.
I
the
did not. I'm in the
goddamn
I
same
smell like
clothes I was in
Tropicana
yesterday.
These guys do ride. You guys do ride your bikes all over the city.
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Secrets,
All
dude.
the mics.
I've been getting worried. I heard a fucking horror story last night. Some guy was like, "Yeah, this comic died because this guy, like, he was riding in the bike lane and this guy just opened his car door and he flew like 20 feet." And I'm like, "Fuck, I gotta take the bike home after hearing that."
Yeah,
Sucks.
getting doored, dude.
You think that's what you're afraid of, like a car door, not an actual car
I
itself?
almost got hit by a bus on the way here.
literally
I
swear to God, he pulls out in front of a bus.
so bad.
I go, Chase, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, my bad.
Fucking
Well-
Broad and Chestnut. I'm like, fucking almost get squashed.
So you guys are from North Carolina. So when you came up here with your bikes, like, were you like already set? Like, oh, we're gonna get to Philly and ride bikes, or like you just like got here and
Like-
thought you can handle it.
I rode the L to dude. Ortlieb's was one of my first mics ever that I did in the city, and I rode the L there, and then I did Punchline the next week, rode the L again, and I was like, I'm just gonna ride a bike.
Did you guys ride bikes in North Carolina? Was that like your way of getting around?
No, we had cars.
No, dude.
We're
We drove
adaptive.
So you guys leave North Carolina to come to Philly and do stand up. Well, you do, and you're on the run for being a serial killer.
I'm actually about to move to fucking Arizona next week, boys. So
Now it's Chase Anthony, guys.
no, my real name is Chase, and my middle name.
That's
is
what you do to
Anthony.
women.
Yeah.
So okay, what's it called? You said your name is not Anthony. Chase.
Yeah, my
That's
name's
what we're
Chase
calling you?
Portero, so I need to change it. But when I first started, I was like kind of dumb, and I was like, they're gonna Anthony Chase. That's a good name. They're gonna fuck with that. And then it just feels weird because it's not my fucking
I was like,
name.
I literally since day one, I was like, dude, just tell them your real name.
It's my name is Chase Anthony Portero, but so I don't know. I'm
You don't
going
have to say all three names.
dude. I'm Italian. It's what not what I wanted. Yeah.
Chase Anthony Portero. I didn't know they had Italian people in North Carolina. That rules.
Yeah, dude. My
Not a lot of
family's like,
diversity going on.
my granddad is like from Sicily, so he grew up in Sicily, but he raised the most like country ass kids ever. So we're like this like white, like my family's like low key white trash, but we like cling on to our Italian identity. It's like, but we're Italian. We make like spaghetti and meatballs once a week. Like
No way, your Italian family is white trash.
Yeah.
Who would ever
dude,
guess?
the most
Yeah.
Italian thing about me.
His grandmother is from Appalachia.
The most Italian thing in the family is that just like the women do all the cooking. That's pretty
I
much
thought it was their
it.
black eyes.
That's also very southern.
His mom is reheating the SpaghettiOs, and he's like, "This is my Italian heritage."
Oh, fucking cool. Mama, these spaghetti.
That's so funny. So you guys came up here to do stand up then? That was the whole goal. That's pretty cool.
Dude, that's a crazy story. So he was going to school in your sinus.
Oh, so
Or
you
at
were
your
already
sinus.
out.
What about my sinus?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Never been done. Never been done.
NBD.
I'm original.
It's usually your.
you're
It
right.
actually hasn't. It's usually Uranus. So people usually go
Yeah,
that
well, I'm
route.
more tasteful than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
This is a family-friendly podcast.
I'm a comedian.
I'm actually a comedian.
So anyways, I was jerking off the other day.
No, so he was going to your sinus. I was working my travel job, and I was working in Jersey, like on a month and a half long job. And he was like, "Yo, come visit. We'll hang out. We'll go to Helium and watch a show." I was like, "Fuck yes." Came and I was like, "Dude, I saw tins." It was August. I saw tins walking down the street. I was like, "I love this place."
It was the promised land.
I was like,
Dude.
dude, I haven't seen a 10 since fucking the family reunion. Like, I was like, I
I
gotta
hate
move
the
here.
way he says the number 10. I hate
A
10. I
10.
seen a 10. I swear to God, I done seen a 10. That is
I
insane.
do declare, I've
I was
seen
like,
a
is he
10.
talking about 10 women walking around the city? This is fucking... You just like, you're like, I gotta come up here with some WD-40 on this thing. I'm like, and this shit is crazy. That rules.
But
That's what we use as lube in the South. Just like some WD-40 down there.
A family reunion is insane. Your cousins are hot.
I gotta object on that one.
Dude, he jacked. All his cousins are guys.
Withdrawn.
It's his aunt. It's his-
But no, so anyways, he was like, yo, come visit. So we hung out. We went and saw a show at Helium.
Francis
it was fucking
Ellis.
sick. Francis Ellis, he fucking crushed.
Who
We were
opened
like,
for him?
I can't fucking
Fucking,
remember, dude.
was it Tommy Pope?
No, Pope did not open.
Or Brian? It was Brian Six.
Six
Yeah,
opened.
Brian Six.
Yeah. But anyways, great show. And then I was like, fuck, I'm gonna move here. I was like, I love this place. So then
That rules.
and
That
then-
rules. This makes my heart
We
so
got,
happy.
dude, we got blackout drunk, and I made my girlfriend pick us up from her sinus.
and then I went and slept in his one bedroom fucking dorm.
Yeah, dude, her
rules.
sinus is crazy. It's like this like liberal arts school, and they make you live on campus. So they have like a bunch of single person housing because like the majority of students there are not socially equipped to live with another person. So you deal with the most insane. Dude, I had this one
is a
guy.
weird school.
It is
Go
weird.
Bears, right?
Go Bears. I was the
Bears.
fucking basketball announcer. I was the PA. I was like in the
You
in-game.
look like a sports announcer. Is that what you just said, Dylan?
Completely checks out. Good job, George. We're on it. You take over.
You take over.
No, it is awesome that like people start doing comedy to get pussy, and then they were already doing comedy, and they were like, you know what? I'm gonna move here because there's better pussy.
That rules.
What a motivator, dude! That rocks.
That's why we do comedy, dude. That's why we're out here doing it. I have a girlfriend too, so that's why she's from Delaware, and that's why I moved up here. So she goes to school, like
Oh, his
up
reason
here.
was way cooler.
Way to
dude.
tank
Yeah, I
this.
know, I know. You should cut that. You should cut that. I submitted something.
I actually
for,
love my girlfriend.
yeah.
Yeah, we're all
actually,
going to talk about teens and stuff the whole time.
dude, we're talking about teens. Dude, no, but my no, she's the love of my life. I would give up comedy in a
Yay.
heartbeat if she's
Ugh.
listening to this right now.
Just love of my life.
Just kidding. She broke up with me a couple weeks ago because I was doing too many open mics. No, we got back together though. We got back together.
time, dude.
We got back together. I was like, babe, you can have Monday until I.
I'm afraid
Until
of the
I go to Comedy
Saints. So.
the Saints
The
gone.
Saints scary, so I'll hang out with you on Monday.
Dude, we have.
The little black man's always screaming for 20 long minutes every time.
Dude, that was a fun Monday the other
That was.
week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You
yeah.
hijacked the host, the hosting
Popcorn.
job.
That was cool. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah. We did the Comedy John. Shout out Keith from up the block. We did when we popcorned. Keith walked the room.
Keith walked the entire room,
entire room.
brought Michael Beavers up. As soon as Michael Beavers got off, Keith walked back up. He was like, that motherfucker walked everybody.
It was egregious. It was the most erroneous behavior I've ever seen in my life.
He gave Michael a 10-minute intro too on
Yeah,
how like he
that's
saw his arc in comedy.
That's
and
when
then,
he walked everybody. He was bringing him up.
Everybody got up and left.
and then he was weaving his own material into the intro. It was artful, honestly. Like it was kind of
He started doing
wizardry.
Chinese voice.
Then I was like, all right, I'm in for the long haul on this one. You could do an hour.
I love how Keith from Up the Block does an hour and a half at Comedy John every
dude,
single
rules.
night, dude.
That's awesome.
That's his spot. That's
Yeah.
his fucking,
It wouldn't be that if there wasn't, somebody who could, has that much game on him. Because he's poor. Dude, he's
I never saw someone harder not say the M word in my life. You say that guy's good at
No,
he's
rewind it.
We're learning
We're
comedian.
learning this right now. Rewind it. I was honestly, wasn't even thinking about it at all until Logan brought it up, and now I can't stop thinking about it. What's going on? Dude.
Southern almost just shined through so hard in that one.
He's trying so hard to be a better person.
Dude, my
Tell your
grand.
girlfriend you love her.
She will not be listening to this far. Dude, she thinks I'm at church right now. Actually,
You didn't tell her you were doing this?
On a
no, I
Saturday.
did. She was like, I don't give a fuck.
That rules.
That's awesome.
That rules.
That's
See, that's
awesome.
all you need if you're gonna date someone while you do stand-up comedy. You just need someone that doesn't like or give a fuck to go to any stand-up.
Yes.
That thinks
yes.
Or
comedy's
they're
lame.
really into it.
Yes.
Either
It's gotta
they're
be one or
really
the other.
into it,
No.
or they just can't stand it,
Yeah.
and they like you as a person, and they're cool with like 6 to 9, and they're
Yeah.
and then you're good.
A.M.
yeah.
I'm sleeping for the last. Only
That's when we
the,
get home.
we've been doing. No,
6 to 9 minutes of talking about them. Anyway, do you think this is funny?
While I periodically interrupt. Yeah, and it's not 6-2
Oh
like
my
straight
God.
through. It's like 3 interruption, 1.5 interruption. What? Wait, you have to restate the 3 because I forgot everything you were fucking talking about.
babe, let me write that down real quick.
The 9 is really just 6, but you missed the first 3 minutes of what you were saying.
She's got to warm me up, dude. If she doesn't come with an opener, I'm not. You got to have an opener and a closer, and then I'll.
Babe, you're not writing with a hook.
I light her.
That's fun.
I'm gonna start
Girls
lighting my
love when
girlfriend.
you do that.
We're all Keith from up the block at the comedy show with your girl, dude.
Holy shit!
All right, that was fine. But anyway, here's 40 minutes.
Yeah, like you keep telling her you're gonna go do the thing she asked you to do, but you're just standing there for 45 minutes yapping. That rules.
I'm like, what do you think of this joke about how my dick is so small? That's literally like.
You like this joke about how your pussy smells?
Dude, I have a fucking crazy bit, and I'm like, and she actually like that's like she doesn't want to be at the show, but she does dig the jokes, and like I have a joke that's
like
just
that.
straight egregious, and like she fucks with it, so it's pretty.
It's fun. Yeah, we've met your girlfriend before, right? You brought
Yeah.
her
Yeah,
up.
she heckled you.
Yeah.
Oh, she did heckle me.
She was like, yeah, my girlfriend says I need a haircut. She was like, you do.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
She's like, yeah, you look like a bum. I was like, shh, let him fucking do his joke.
That was so funny.
Nah, I told her I was like, if you do that again. I'm just joking. No, I didn't actually bring it up because I'm not a big fan of confrontation.
He's like, babe, thanks for coming out.
Yeah. Well, no, you made it better. You made it better.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I should actually change it to that.
Yeah.
I think every time we come, you do that. Yeah, that
It was cool you stole a minute of my time and I had to cut a joke off my set.
Anyway, I'll come sit back down and drink Narragansett for fucking 45 minutes.
No, babe, I'll put the pegs on tonight. I'll give you a ride home.
Put the bags on. It's hilarious.
Put the pegs on. Oh my god.
Damn, that's crazy. Like, yeah, how do you get your girlfriend home?
Dude,
She
she only come like talking with them like, dude, she only comes to shows that she can walk to, or like sometimes we'll take the L to a show. But like she doesn't.
You're scared of the L.
No, I like it. I don't mind it, but like I've gotten used to it now. I just don't want it. It's like when you're on a bike, you can go at your own pace
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you can zoom and like you can
You don't gotta wait.
Yeah, you don't have
Yeah.
to sit next to the dude eating his toenails.
amongst other reasons. Yeah.
Yeah, you get to ride by him.
What, and Dylan, what about you? When you meet a girl, you put her in your basket.
He's got a sidecar.
No, I ride bitch. I let her ride the bike and I grab
She's
on like
right.
a backpack.
That's so funny. Making the girl ride the bike so
That's
you could
sick.
just chill on the back is hilarious.
Well, chivalry's not that.
Dude, tell him about your other sexy transportation option.
You got a one
Oh,
wheel?
dude, I've driven a white van for my entire life.
Oh,
basically.
fuck yeah, that
Wait,
rocks.
what?
Yeah.
Like a windowless white van.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. I used to travel across the country, and
Get kids? I don't know what
Yeah.
that.
I used to collect skulls.
Hearing a Native American guy.
You heard of John Benet Ramsey? Yeah.
No, I used to
You guys
travel.
even alive when that happened?
He looks like John Benet.
We found
He
it.
looks like the brother that killed her.
No, you look like
I was like, what are we talking about?
That's
But-
funny as
so-
So
fuck.
anyway, you have a white van. You travel the country.
So I used to do road trip throughout the country all the time, and then I moved here, and I haven't started my engine in like 5 months. I just have not needed a car.
Yeah.
And then
He was trying to cut down on emissions, dude. It was environmentally informed.
I'm an ally.
Yeah.
No,
how we
I like
like,
how
roll.
he says engine and Indian the same.
It's cool. He has a whole fucking joke about that.
let's not bring that up. Let's not bring up the bits from North Carolina. Okay.
Those are the balls. That's dude. Y'all thought 2 Street was bad. Oh my God, the mics in North Carolina, them boys get wild.
Them boys get rowdy.
Free
dude.
speech is alive down there.
You know they're horrible people by the way you said them boys. Them boys get after it. That means atrocity. He said.
Yeah.
Like people ask me, they're like, "What happens at Two Streams?" It's just a bunch of retards in a room, like bumping into each other. That's all that is. But down there, I know
And
it's like-
smoking outside.
I imagine everybody has like a pickaxe and overall.
Everybody's got like a pit. Everybody's got a pitchfork in their car ready to fucking ride.
Tiki torches all over the place.
So you go to start your car.
So no, my car is fucked. Like my
Oh,
car
okay.
just does not run anymore.
So you just have a windowless van chilling in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's in a parking deck, and I pay $130 a month for
Oh.
it. And it's just been sitting there since Christmas. So
Jesus.
No.
Just abandon that bitch.
Yo, if anybody has a tow truck, get Dylan's car.
I'm
off
pretty
of the
sure
fucking-
it's a 1-bedroom
Or-
apartment on Zillow right now.
We're Airbnb in it.
Can I move in there?
Honestly, are we gonna start stealth camping? And fucking, this I asked you this the other day if people were stealth camping on the street, and you were like, "No, that's just living in a van." Actually. That's all that is.
Dude, when I used to travel in it, I went to California cross country, and I would stay in like grocery store.
Yeah, like
lot-
Walmarts and
Yeah,
stuff,
like
yeah.
lots. And I can't tell you how many times I've been woken up by homeless people going like, "Is there room for me?" Being like, "Yo, do you
Damn.
have room?" And I'm like, "No, I'm
You're
not
like, "No, I
actually
have a
homeless.
nose.
I'm
Get
not
the fuck
actually
outta here."
homeless.
How
I'm
old
just
are you?
I'm 24.
24. Damn, I was gonna say maybe you guys met. Maybe George was one of those homeless guys. You're like, there was this one time this guy with dreads and fucking kept smacking the door.
He asked me for sesame snacks.
He asked you for steel reserves.
For sure.
That's funny as shit. Dude, I used to. The Steel Reserve used to fucking hit.
Oh,
back
dude,
in
you
high
didn't
school.
drink till
Oh,
11?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was an adult. I was crushing Steelies from like 19 to 24 whenever I could
Steely's
drink
in a
it.
bottle of Jameson, best night you'll ever have in
Oh
North
my
Carolina,
God,
dude.
That sounds amazing.
George just put Steely's down like he did like 5 years in prison.
Dude, one time I was grabbing 2 6-packs Tall Boys, and I was walking out, and this old black guy walked into the store. I was walking out, and he goes, "Oh man, it's like not to Steel Reserves, brother, not to 211." And I was like, "Nothing works like this." And he was like, "Oh, you're already gone." He's like, "You're
Literally
he's
got
like,
it.
you're past it."
The ghost of Steel Reserve fans. It's like,
That's the most Steel Reserve response, dude. Like, nothing doesn't like these.
Georgie's,
Nothing quite scratches
the
the itch
man,
like
man.
this.
Georgie's a hydrated boy now.
Yeah, dude, on fucking Red Bulls.
Yeah, I hate that.
I still
actually.
pee fucking brown.
I know. It's,
Still
out
fighting for
sludge.
lost time.
You are
remember,
what you pee.
Yeah, I guess I pee brown every time. Right?
Yeah, I remember I was like drinking, and we went to Helium, and John Phillips was in the bar, and I was like, "Yo, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick." And I went to the bathroom. I came back. I was like, "Dude, I think it just pissed out sludge in there." And John Phillips was like, "The fuck is wrong with us?"
You get so mad.
does.
What were you traveling for? Just for fun?
So I used to be like a big surfer. So
Okay,
I-
Fraga was telling me about that.
yeah. So I would like travel and make video edits for like the companies that sponsored me.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
So you were like a legit like
Yeah,
surfer.
Fry
Like,
Yeah,
was saying they
for a
used to get
while.
flown out to like Hawaii and shit.
Yeah. I went to Hawaii. I was like a East Coast All Star.
Oh,
so,
that's
like,
fucking cool.
Yeah, like they
Do you,
bring you out
do you
and
know
shit.
I
Colin
didn't
Burns?
even know this. Shit.
What?
Do you know Colin Burns?
It sounds familiar, but
He was
where's
also-
he from?
He's from like around here,
Oh, okay.
like right outside of
Word.
Philly. But he would He would do like the same kind of stuff.
Oh, really?
Like he was
That's
also
sick.
like a
It's a lot
guy
of
in
fun,
what you
and
said.
yeah, it's a lot of fun until you realize that you're not gonna be a professional because you have a drinking problem.
I thought you have to have a drinking problem to be a professional surfer.
Yeah. when you go to you get flown to Hawaii by an organization and then you get so drunk you have to spend 2 days inside.
Not surfing.
Yeah. At 16, it's like, okay, yeah, you're not gonna make it.
That's fucking hilarious.
Damn. Did you think that you were gonna like be a pro surfer?
Yeah,
Like,
I was joking. Like I like legit, like that was my whole life. And
Okay.
then I got in a skating accident and I like split my skull.
Damn.
Yeah,
shit.
and like broke my ankle and shit. And then like at the same time, and then I was like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna go to community college.
I'll
Where
show the surfing
Dreams are
world.
made, dude.
I'm gonna be on Wall Street, baby." And then
Crazy.
yeah. And then I dropped out because I was taking dabs in my van at at community college and then crutching to school.
These are just like regular community college things.
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah.
I was also ripping dabs in the car at community college.
The van just makes it a little bit worse, though.
That does, yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
You have you have a
People are like,
literal.
why do you have a torch in here?
I brought that from home. Dude, you have a literal fucking I was gonna go pro, but then I hurt myself. Story.
Yeah.
You're fucking Al Bundy.
Instead of like opioids, it was just dabs.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, like, what can you tell us about the skating accident?
Oh yeah, I mean it's fucking hilarious.
You
So
were skateboarding?
yeah. So
Okay.
there was this park right next to my house back home in North Carolina, and so I would go like at night, like after work or whatever, or school.
Shout out fucking Mike Chappell.
Shout out Mike Chappell,
Shout
dude.
out Mike
the
Chappell.
boys.
Shout out Mike
Renovation's just complete, dude. Go out there, it's pretty sick.
Pump track.
But no, I showed up one night at like 10, and there was like a bunch of kids, and it was like me and my homeboys, and then so I took a dab in my van, and then I was skating.
Devil.
And then I was skating the bowl, and the deep end is like 8 foot, and I was like doing like just like I think I was doing like a 50-50 or something like on the coping, and this kid was coming up. Like you have to see the layout, but like the bowl's right here, and then there's like a step up that people do like flip tricks on,
Okay.
and so they were coming up. And they landed like 1 foot on the board, 1 foot off. So you know, like when you like skit your board out and you like shoot it. So it shot and hit me directly in the temple.
Oh shit!
He got JFK'd at the skate park. It was the CIA dude.
Anthony's girlfriend's trying to put his brain back in his fucking head. Some fucking 6 is trying to put his brain back in his head. So
my girlfriend's
honest,
a,
some
my
4.
girlfriend's a 10. Dude, my girlfriend's a 10. All right.
that rules. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I like obviously lights out, fall
It's just,
straight
like,
from
knocked you
8
out
foot
immediately.
to the ground, shatter my ankle. Shatter my ankle. I wake up, I'm still high as fuck.
Cat
I
screamed.
and you know, like after like a big concussion, like a blackout, like you don't remember what's going on. So I woke up and I was like, who the fuck did that?
Dude, waking up mad is the funniest shit ever.
Dude, I was like, I'm gonna beat somebody's ass. It was like a 15-year-old kid. I was like, dude, I'm gonna beat your ass. I tried to get up and I was like, oh wait,
Oh, shit.
my brains are coming out right now.
Oh my
Fucking
god.
turned into Chris Benoit.
But yeah, so then after that, it was a long road to recovery, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be a professional surfer.
Damn.
Holy
Do you still
shit.
surf ever?
Actually, I'm going back this week coming up, and I haven't surfed in 6 months, and I'm gonna surf every day. It's gonna be so
Fuck
sick.
yeah, that's
That's
awesome,
awesome.
dude.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you're
gonna-
like a 6 skateboarder and 6 surfer.
I'm gonna realize how much less of a 6 surfer and skater I was, because I'm gonna go back and be like, oh, I don't remember how to do any of this.
Damn.
Like,
It's not like riding a bike. It's not you don't just like hop back on.
I don't
only
know,
tried
I-
to surf once. I couldn't even get up, dude.
truthfully, I have never taken this much time off, so I don't
Okay.
know. Like since I was
Damn.
like,
Well, when you were
Started
injured, you
surfing.
probably took some time off, right?
yeah, but that was like 2 months.
He was like, nah, I was out there, bro.
I was boogie boarding.
Dude, I'm a mean on a skimboard. I had a fiberglass one growing up. Shit was tight.
I was on
Had
Valium
flames on
seeing scary monsters in the
terrorizing
ocean.
You're
No,
like
that's
Sean
sick.
White.
Sean Light,
That's
yeah.
great.
Yeah,
That's cool. Surfing rocks, and you rollerblade, right?
yeah, he does. Yes, he
I thought I
does.
said that was off limits on the cast, George.
You posted it to your story. Dude.
Yeah, I know. I meant to post that on my main, but then I was like, fuck it. They need to know. It was like kind of my coming
we
out
did. I
post.
think we already
We
did.
knew. We knew. I know you wear rollerblades too that are like the 4. Like, they're not like
Roller
the actual
skates.
blades. Yeah, the skates.
Yeah, it's like Christian messaged me the other night and he was like, I didn't know you were an aggressive inline, bro. And I was like, damn, hitting me with the terminology. All right.
He's only aggressive
He
because he hunts women.
yeah.
Imagine somebody on rollerblades chasing you. It's him. It's him.
And goddamn, be swift.
Do I hear
He
something?
has a helmet on.
They have
And
to
elbow pads.
have to use them to stop.
Yeah, you're like, is that what noise is that? It's like, thump, thump, thump. You hear it going over the sidewalk.
Imagine being scared for your life and you just hear somebody cutting through air. Like,
Are you
Dude.
sick of blading?
Huh?
Are you sick of
Yeah,
blading?
yeah.
You hit a grind, dude. You hit a sick
Yeah,
grind.
dude, I do hella grinds and like blading. It's kind of hard to in a nutshell, it's like it started before skateboarding or like a couple years before, and it developed into this thing where there's hundreds of trick variations, like spin tricks, like different angles that you do, and like different like foot movements, and it's crazy switch ups. But there's a whole subculture of it, but it's dying. So if you guys are out there, go check out aggressive inline skating. But it's a dying industry, and it gets a lot of hate. But like,
you can spin and do one grind, dude.
dude, no, you can do like there's
You
some
can
of the,
go backwards. You can
go backwards. You can go backwards.
You can go backwards.
Dude.
it actually disgusts me how good he is because I want to shit on him so hard, but then I like go to the park with him and I'm like, that was pretty cool.
Dude, I almost got into a fight with a lady yesterday at the skate park. She comes up and with her kid, and her kid's like on training wheels, and she's just like going through.
Letting it go.
Yeah, and she comes up smoking a blunt.
Oh, fuck yeah,
And I
dude.
get a video. I'm trying to video a trick, and I get her on like the whole thing's on video, and she's like, she sits down right on the main ledge that like everybody's skating, and I was the only one skating at the time. But I was like, hey, I'm trying to skate that ledge, and she's like, yeah, okay, and then like. I'm like, all right. And so I wait there for like 10 seconds. So I was like, I don't want to hit you. I've been skating that ledge. Like, this is, the skate park. There's some benches over there. And she's like, I heard you. And then she just sits down and gets on her phone.
Yeah.
And
You got
then-
punked. You're getting G-checked.
Dude, she gets up. She's like, and I'm talking to this other guy. I'm like, yeah, that totally looks like a bench, right? And just like fucking around. And she didn't even hear what I said, but she goes, she's like, don't get smart with me. I'm not here alone. I'm like, fuck, I'm about to get beat the fuck up for rollerblading.
You're like, yeah,
which is
I
probably
saw you
deserved.
pass the blunt to your kid.
I'm not by myself, so don't get the fuck smart, okay? I didn't say anything. Okay, just making sure.
I got CPS on the phone right now, bitch. Your kids were riding a bike without a helmet. You're going downtown.
He showed me the video. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life.
Oh, you have you talking to the lady on video?
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
show that to me after.
Can we put it on the pod?
Yeah, I did. I honestly, I held my own. I was like,
I held my own.
I mean,
Love
there.
What'd you call her?
Yeah, the optics on it are kind of crazy though, right? Because like, I'm a white dude in a rollerblades, and she's like a single black mom with a child.
And I'm pulling your hair and punching her in the face.
Yeah, dude,
The
I
optics
edited
are
that
real
out.
bad. Saying the what are you, a fucking politician?
I gotta go on CNN if I release that video, guys. No, I'm chill. Like I'm proud of my behavior in that.
Chill.
Proud of my behavior.
Dude, that's what I was
She's
laughing
lucky
at.
we were in North Carolina, though.
She clocked me. She sat down just because of that. She heard a y'all slip out. She's like, I'm gonna fuck with this white boy.
Funny, dude. Yeah,
Holy
if
shit.
we don't get that video, we're gonna have everyone comment that they want that video.
Dude, I'll clip
It's
it. I'll give you the
hilarious.
video.
Up. Yeah, let's clip it up.
Wait, so
I
you got-
should get me rollerblade. I'm doing a trick right before, so I'll edit it where it's like me doing a trick and then her immediately sitting down. It's on it.
Awesome.
fucking, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, so you guys like grew up together? Like you guys have
Yeah.
known each other for like a really
Well,
long
no,
time?
we didn't.
He said yeah. You said no.
I was like, no, we didn't at all.
Anthony's like, I've been staring at him ever since he was a child.
I've been
I've known
watching
him
it
for
across
15
the
years.
state.
He's
I
known
grew
me
up
for
with
3.
him.
No, we didn't grow up.
I
together.
grew
So-
up with him.
Dude, one time at Raven Lounge, I was doing their showcase, and this guy in the front row, I was like, "You look like you have a familiar face." I was like, "You sure you weren't in my childhood?" And like throughout the jokes, I would be like, I was like, I basically was like, "You know this part, right?" I was like, we grew up together, and it was like killing that. Like I was being super creepy to this guy.
It's so funny.
He was like, I was just being myself. It was crazy. So how'd you guys? How did
No,
you
I
guys,
remember the
like,
way you
meet?
smell, dude.
So we have
I
a
remember.
mutual best friend. Shout out Parker. He's
out-
gonna be
shout out
he's gonna be in
Parker,
town
shout
next
out
weekend.
He wanted to go by Owen if he was mentioned, if he was told any stories about him.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's his middle name.
What do you guys like? Not go by what your actual names are?
All right, the backstory on that is like I call him Owen. He calls me like Anthony in our phones because when we got caught smoking weed in 8th grade, our parents wouldn't let us text each other.
I love
So we
that.
switched it to the middle names, and it just has remained since. So,
That rules.
but he's shout out, he's sick, dude. Brought us together.
Okay.
Shout out
Yeah.
Owen Parker.
But anyways, Owen Parker, shout out. He's a good bloke. But so he moved in with me after high school, and he was like friends with Chase all growing up, like
Yeah.
childhood friends. So then me and Chase became like friends through that, and then I started doing shitty open mics in North Carolina, and then Chase was like, "I'm gonna start writing."
I
And
was
then-
like, I want to do shitty open mics in North Carolina.
Yeah, I want to say it. No, but so then we bonded over comedy, and then he was leaving to like permanently move up here, and I was like, fuck yeah, like let's do it. So I just sent him money. I was like, yes, let's go.
Well, he
Didn't even
found
see
the
the
apartment, and we found an apartment. It was a decent price. It was just right in the middle of Center City. We had no fucking clue what we were doing, so we just lived like on literally Broad and Walnut.
Yeah, drop the address. Why don't you?
There's multiple apartments there. We live in the we live in the Bellevue, actually. No, we don't.
Chrissy cut that.
So you guys drove up here in your van?
I did. So he was already up here. So I literally left. I left my only family in North Carolina. I hugged my mom and then said bye to my dog and then drove 11 hours to do Raven.
That fucking rules, dude.
Yeah,
That is
full
awesome.
commitment, dude. I was like, yes, I have to be the next fucking shitty open micer in Philly. I have to go up last every time. This is great.
But we like moved because like it feels like you can't gain any traction in the scene that we were in, you know, and it feels like you can gain traction here. Like we've only been doing it in the city less than like 7-8 months, and we already feel like accepted and shit. And the mics in the hometowns are so clicky because they've been doing it together for like 10 years, and they don't really like, you know, give young guns a chance. And the young people aren't controlling the scene either. So it was just it wasn't possible to do comedy where we came from. So this
Yeah.
is sick.
Oh, go ahead.
No. That's awesome. I think it's cool that you guys came to Philly. I feel like not a lot of people from outside of Philadelphia like Philadelphia as much as Philly likes Philly.
Yeah,
for
sure.
So,
for
you know,
sure.
you guys coming up here and like putting it all. And who else? Andrew Gaffigan, too. He's
Yeah,
from
that's our
St.
boy.
Louis.
Shout out
That's our
Andrew
boy.
Gaffigan.
You know,
That's our boy.
Yeah, he's
It's our
great.
boy.
And then fucking, yeah, there's a bunch of people that move here. Yannick moved from Washington, D.C.
Oh,
to
yeah.
come up here.
Yeah, that shit
They have a
rocks,
pretty
dude.
good scene, I heard, in DC.
It's all right down there. Yeah, it's cool. I met a lot of really cool people down there. Me and Jake have gone down there and do some shows.
Nice.
It's like the problem with like DC. The problem that I've found in Southern comedy is everything's so spread out. So it's like nobody really hangs. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, like
It's
they'll
not
do
a
a
good hang.
show and then that show ends at 10 o'clock and it's like, oh, I can either drive an hour and a half to where everybody's hanging or I can drive an hour home. And they're like, and you know, everyone just goes home.
Well, here, like for Brotherly Laughs, dude, the city is so small that you see the same people all the time in different spots, and then like people get excited to see you again,
Exactly.
and then
Yeah.
and then they're like, after the third time you see them, they're like, oh my god, you guys have that show coming up and shit. Like I feel like here it's like pretty easy to like pack out shows if you just fucking talk to people.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just work a
Jesus,
little
you had
bit.
like, you had
Yeah.
like 50, 60 people come for you.
Yeah.
Like just for you. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it was
I don't
like,
even know 50 and 60 people throughout my life, honestly. I got to get to work.
victims.
I can't
live ones.
I can't get close to anybody.
Yeah,
No, but that rules.
It's like killing a farm animal. He doesn't like to learn their names first.
Yeah. Chase was talking to me about moving to Philly for comedy, and I was like, oh, like let's think about the other cities we could move. And then I was like, oh yeah, Philly. It's like gonna be it's gonna be the easiest transition because we're white trash, and we're like, you know what I mean?
True.
For
It's
sure.
like let's go to a place where like we belong.
I
you
got a
know?
lot of friends, and I have some family that like lives in Outer Banks and some other.
Oh,
friends.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, they're from North Carolina and stuff. I do feel like from the Carolinas to this part of the Northeast, like if I even know people in South Carolina, it's always such like feels like a pretty seamless transition. It seems like those people are pretty related.
Yeah.
East
Oh, yeah.
Coast
Coast
New
is
York,
East
Florida.
Coast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
East Coast is
exactly.
East Coast.
Yeah, New York,
exactly.
Florida is a good one.
Yeah, did you guys ever
example.
fuck with Ocracoke Island?
Oh yeah,
You like that place?
Never been there,
I've been
but-
there like twice in my life, but yeah, it's a
Okay.
pretty sick
Yeah, I've
spot.
been there once. It was fun.
What did you do there?
That's in North Carolina. It's on vacation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's where Blackbeard died.
Yeah, dude, that's their big thing. They're like, I used to be Blackbeard died here. You guys should come visit.
How excited they got. They're like, oh, yeah, there's also like the planes. I want to do it.
The Wright brothers.
Yeah,
Right.
a famous criminal died off of our shores. That's our claim to fame. Nah, North Carolina's chill though. It's fucking solid, but you know, shit.
Dude, you
No, it's
talk
not.
Like you're constantly
No,
being
it's
held
not.
at gunpoint. It's fucking crazy.
Because he's gonna get caught soon, dude. He's gonna
I
get caught.
I got obs.
Our basement is a no entrance zone.
There's chains on the door.
We
Why'd
got
you order-
radiators just line the wall.
Why'd you order more 55-gallon drums?
Yeah, the radiators in this house do look horrible, dude. They're fucking.
I think they're beautiful.
Yeah, they got like some finish molding on them.
I like how they like tried to present it like an old town like building in Philly. They were like, yeah, let's etch this into perfection.
I think those were just they didn't want to rip them out because it was just gonna be too much money, so they just kept them in here.
Yeah.
But
Do they
just-
work?
yeah, they work. They fucking get hot as shit.
What's that little? Is that like gas? Like gas like that? Is that gas?
It's
Right?
steam.
Oh, it's steam.
Yeah, like steam comes out of there.
Damn.
You twist it like water and shit'll come out of there.
Oof. Dude, I get freaky
You gotta
about
lick
that.
it, dude.
It's old timey.
Fucking, so that's cool. So you guys have been in Philly for what, like a year now? Then
No, not even like I've been here since November.
Yeah, and I was here since like August because I moved in with my girlfriend and her one bedroom, and then that was just temporary, and then we bought out.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
heard that.
No,
Heard
no.
that, player.
we got on the bikes, and the rest is history. You know what I'm saying?
So we were talking about like the first day, like the first reactions. Dude, I pulled up in my white van with everything I've ever owned in my life.
Everything. In a white van. If it's in a
Yeah.
like 5x10, like not even that.
I had
Yeah, like
records and a
5
shitty like sofa, and I was like, all right, let's do it. And then I pulled up in an alleyway. By the way, like part of the story is I sent him a bunch of apartments, and then he toured them, and he was like, this is the best one. I was like, fuck yes. I sent him money. We got it in. Like, so then my move-in day, I drive 11 hours, get in, and he's like, yo, go in the alley. And so I drive into the alley, and I'm from like the middle of nowhere. So I was like, I pulled in and I stopped. And I had
the worst
everything
thoughts going through his mind.
Yeah, it's like kind of like daunting when you're not from here. And
Dude,
like,
I
Yeah.
got out of my car and I was like, what the fuck did I do?
Immediately regret the 11-hour drive, dude.
Dude, I was like,
there's people everywhere.
I was like,
They're all scary.
I'm almost gonna just turn around and act like this never happened. Like, I'm just gonna go back, and I was like, I'll be out the $1,200, but
He's like, "Fine, I could be a surfer." He's like,
I can make a comeback.
Ankle doesn't hurt that bad. dude. It's fine.
Oh yeah, but yeah, it was just so funny. And then like the initial like first reactions I had. Oh, this is the funniest story of all time. So my mom came to visit like 3 days later.
Get ready, guys.
Shut up, Chase.
"Oh wait, hold on, before you do that."
Shut up, Chase Anthony, you fucking bitch.
Episode 30.
This is
Episode
30?
30. You want to say that?
3-0.
3-0. We did it. 30,
That's crazy.
30. Well, I mean, it has to be said at some point. Anyway, so
Long
you
story
guys-
short, I bring my southern mom to come visit like 3 days later. And I'm like telling her how cool the city is. I'm like completely gaslighting. I'm like, this place is so sick. and then day one, as we're walking from my my car lot to our apartment, a homeless man tries to beat my ass. He turns around in the middle of Logan Square and puts his fist up. I'm so retarded. I'm like, yo, what's up, dog?
Oh my god, that's amazing.
And then he starts screaming at us for like 2 blocks. He's following us. And my mom's like, you should not have moved here. Like, she's like, you need to come home.
You're like, this place is great. And you're like shaking.
Yeah. I'm like literally spazzing. I'm like, oh, that was actually really scary.
Did she say something to him?
Oh, she was just like gonna beat his. My mom's a 2nd degree black belt, so she was
Oh,
like,
no
I'm gonna
shit.
beat the fuck out
And
of
what?
you. Karate.
In life.
I can beat your mom's ass,
And
dude.
fucking dudes up.
Dude, you wish.
Karate, dude. I did karate.
My mom would fold you like a soft pretzel.
He's into that kind of thing.
Dude, you start a street league fucking street fight.
And that's the story about how George became my stepdad.
Yeah, George was the homeless guy. That is like a fun Philly rom-com. Homeless antagonizer to lover. What about you? What was your so you moved here to go to college?
Yeah, I've been to it was like 45 minutes away, so I would come here for shit and had no clue what I was doing. I had no real sense of the city until I moved here because
Were you doing mics before Dylan got here? Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
My first one was Orleans.
Oh wait, no, you
and the
came
second
after.
one.
No, you came first.
Yeah. Wait, I come first always, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Ayo.
Not me and George are working on it. Man.
Dude, sometimes you gotta time it at the same time though. Then if you do that, it's not gay. You know,
Yeah,
You
that's
just-
fair.
No,
We're
cancels
looking
out.
into each other's eyes.
Yeah.
We're trying to get pregnant.
Dude, if there's
We
a
go back and forth and see who's really got the uterus.
if you're doing a podcast,
Oh,
it's not
camera
gay.
died.
Camera died? We got another battery.
Shit, dude. It was just too hot.
Cass was too hot.
Gas was too
We're
hot.
killing,
dude.
killing the camera. I gotta take a piss.
Yeah, go take a piss real fast.
Episode 30.
Back, dude.
We're back.
Chase had to go take a little pee pee, dude.
Yeah, and I opened up the toilet and somebody hate pooped Logan's house.
Dylan said you hate yourself so much that you left it there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I could like to cake it in there, you know?
It was
It was-
internalized.
I don't understand. All right, wait, hold on. Let me back up real quick because the physics of this shit. First of all, the toilet seat was closed, so I had to get surprised by it. But then
Oh, yeah.
Everybody loves to unwrap a present, dude.
Dude, what?
okay,
Get some backwash sometimes.
Unwrap a present is crazy. Bro, we be janking them in this house. right?
I got high
Yeah,
as
you
fuck
actually
back
wrecked
there.
it,
We
dude.
actually, you ruined our jank.
You just ruined
It was
the rest of our
perfect.
week, dude.
Dude, I didn't flush. I pissed on it. It's actually I increased the potency.
You just have a porta
No, but-
potty in your bathroom.
The
There's a
the
singular
ruin the
hole
podcast.
through the turn.
the toilet paper was on the underneath the shit, and there was shit, and there was no toilet paper on top of the shit.
Damn, how did you do that?
Double swap.
Dream wipe, dude.
Dream wipe. Yeah. I pre-wipe.
It was so clean you just threw it in the trash can next to the
Pre-wipe is
toilet.
Pre-wipe, doggy.
Pre-wipe.
Went in there and flipped it like a pancake.
That's crazy.
Get it in my asshole. That's what
Dylan,
it
did
is.
you just invent something?
Dude, speaking of snacks, you
boy.
got a little
Here, you wanna
snack
open
for the
it? I can't
boys,
open
dude.
it.
You can't open it?
No, I
You
tried.
need a big strong man too.
Yeah. We got snacks. We
Me-
have Russian snacks.
Dude, look at this dog.
I don't know if this is Russian though.
I think these things are gonna run right through me.
Yeah, dude.
That's what Logan lives
What
off
the
of,
fuck
dude.
is that, dude?
What is this?
Sesame.
Sesame
we-
snacks. Show the camera.
Are we eating unleavened bread? Is this fucking Passover?
This is a Russian delicacy.
Your boy's like,
This is
yo,
Logan's
I'm ready.
feed.
Yeah, look at the dog.
Look at the dog.
He knows. Does it have cashews in it?
I don't know. Are you
Allergic.
allergic to cashews?
Are you
It'd be
allergic to
funny if he
cashews?
just
Yeah.
Hope it
blew up
does.
his face.
Dude, it might honestly have cashews in it.
Let me.
It's got peanuts. Yeah, you read it.
Funny
you
if
can
he
read
just had
faster
a
than me. I
major
bet.
alert.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't eat that. Don't eat that.
He's reading the ingredient.
It says
It says peanuts.
ingredients: sesame, glucose syrup, sugar,
It says
honey.
other nuts.
It says fucking. Damn, it says something about here. It'll make you gay. So Dylan, you got it.
Yeah, you already are gay. So.
Yeah, I'm already dosed.
Do you want the honey bun?
Yeah,
does
he
that have
should- he
cashews
should
in
have
it?
done it.
All right, there you go.
I'm getting. No, I'll
I'm
just,
getting
dude.
a
I'll
chunk,
fucking
dude.
send it for the cast.
Please
This is
don't.
content.
No, because if you go
No,
to
no,
like
I'm
an
good.
anaphylactic shock, like I don't want to fucking EpiPen you.
Dude, I have an EpiPen. It's been expired
I'm
for
just
a
gonna be
year,
like,
but I
"Nom,
just
nom,
carry it
nom, nom."
around.
Give it to your dog.
Damn.
Have it on you.
No, it's at the
Oh, you
house.
took a big piece. Holy shit.
Well, yeah, I
It's
kind of.
pretty gross. You
He's hungry.
Enjoy it. Let us know what you think.
didn't even bite it.
Your throat's gonna close. Why would you do that?
Do
you guys like it?
You guys like it?
I mean, it's not bad.
No. Brendan freaked out.
Really?
Yeah, he was a baby about it.
Yeah, Brennan never lived in a van.
I was about to say he's never eaten 3-day-old fucking Whataburger.
Yeah, dude. Sleep under a tarp
gonna
for a
die?
few months. Yeah, how quickly would it hit you?
Nah, I think I'm chilling. I think I'm also a bit of a hypochondriac too. So I don't know. I don't even know if I'm allergic to cashews.
He's like, I just don't like cashews.
No, I almost died from cashews one time.
Yeah, do you have a rating? Here, Brody, you want to
Brody
try
wants
it?
to try it.
What's a rating?
Yeah, give me 1 out of 10.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, your favorite races.
1 in 10?
Well,
One
George, you're
to
coming in at number. Whatever you are, you're coming in at number 1.
Hell yeah.
You're Lebanese, right?
Yeah.
My stepdad fought in the Israeli army. He like fought against Lebanon for a little
Oh,
bit.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
so
That's cool.
that's why I go by Anthony Chase.
Russian granola.
George is like pod's over, dude.
I can't let him know I'm going out with
I'm not
Hezbollah.
eating any of that shit.
It just tastes like
No, it's
fucking
not.
a snack.
I tried it.
Just put his hand on my shoulder.
It's gross.
You want snack, dude?
I don't like it.
It's like a Russian Rice Krispie treat.
I was about to say, yeah.
This is what communism breeds, boys.
Sesame
Shitty
snack.
snacks.
Don't you ever fucking slander Rice Krispie treats like that again, dude.
I hate Rice Krispie treats. They hurt my teeth.
No, you hate your genetics.
I do. I do. Yeah, it's weird that it's like burnt afterwards. Yeah, Chrissy going in for seconds. It's good, right? Reminds you of the hometown.
Yeah, it's that Slavic blood in him, dude.
Yeah, exactly. All of a sudden, he turns into a pierogi.
It's reminding him of that that sickle or whatever they fucking the hook and sickle. What is it?
Hammer and
Hammer and sickle. That hook and sickle. Y'all boys know what
The
I'm talking
sickle
about.
is the hook. All right, well, that was we did it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Well, thank you guys
You
so
guys
much
are
for
on.
coming.
You guys want to plug anything?
Yeah, what do you plug?
Plug your social.
Well,
dude.
we're on tons of shows all the time, so you can catch us all around the city. Not nothing to plug.
You're on PMP.
Oh yeah, but that's
the
gonna
day
be
before this comes out.
If anybody has a time machine out there and wants to hit up PNP on Tuesday, go for it.
Yeah, June 20th. Where is it at? 13th Child, June 20th. I am headlining for my first time, dude. Heat Lamp Comedy.
Fuck yeah.
Check it out. I'm doing 20 to 25. Let's see what happens.
I'm gonna be right there, Georgie. I'm gonna be right there, front row, dude.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
can't wait.
If I'm bombing, I'm just going to do the same thing we did at John the other day. This guy gets it.
This guy. And then I'll turn around and be like, everyone shut the fuck up. Everyone shut the hell up. He's being hilarious right now.
If I'm bombing in your front row, you better be going crazy,
Oh, I'm
dude.
going ridiculous.
Slapping
I'm
people
like
next
hitting
to you.
people. Yeah.
Rock on, dude. I'm excited for my first headline spot. Tilly not scared as fuck.
You're gonna do great. You're gonna do great.
Brody asked me, and I was like, yeah, that's sick. And then he gave me a date, and I was like, oh,
That's a little bit closer.
that's not as sick.
That rules. That rules.
It's cooler in theory, dude.
And then you can see George and I, June 13th? June 13th at Punchline.
Punchline, dude. Friends are friendly.
Oh, and me and
Punchline.
Oh, May 28th.
May
Me
28th.
and George are at Rivers Casino.
Hell yeah, dude.
Come check that out.
That'll be sick.
May 28th.
You
That's
guys get
Wednesday.
a tab on the casino.
I don't know. The guy who books it was like, I'm trying to get a room. I was like, I live fucking 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
from the casino.
Yeah, I'm walking home.
Yeah, I'm gonna be okay. I
George
don't
is like, can I get a room for the year?
Well, we really appreciate you guys coming. Oh, what are you gonna say?
I was
You
just
gonna
gonna
make fun
say-
of George too.
No. I was just gonna say the only thing we have to plug is come to Roast Battle. That'll be
yeah.
sick.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
May
yeah.
29th.
That's true.
yeah.
We're gonna be roasting each other.
I
Where's
forgot
that
we were
at?
actually on something.
Emmaus
So-
Emmaus Theater. Be there. Be square.
May 29th.
Yeah,
May
May
29th,
baby.
baby.
Each other.
Shout out the Emmaus Theater. You guys are gonna have a great time.
Heat Lamp Comedy, dude.
Heat Lamp Comedy and
Friendly television.
Friendly Television.
Friendly.
Yup.
The
You already
sketch up.
know,
Anthony
dude.
was in the sketch.
Oh, yeah,
Yup.
Anthony was just in the new Friendly TV
Yup.
sketch.
Yep.
Kyle,
150K views.
Yeah,
Dude.
first
sick.
Kyle-
little viral sketch, Doug.
Kyle really brings that role out in you. So like I was genuinely scared. That was not a lot of acting going on. It was fun. It was
You've
fun.
been interrogated plenty of times.
yeah. But
I think
yeah.
he's just been threatened to be assaulted plenty of times.
No, I've just been on Kyle's end of it. So just joking, guys.
Yeah, dude. Episode 30, Carolina Boys.
Was that 30?
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Thank you guys
Goodbye.
for coming.
Yeah, good
Boys,
job.
we're just gonna clap you
You
down.
guys
Boys
rules.
clapping.
You guys
Thanks,
rule. You
dude.
guys rule.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you, Brody. Bye.
Love you. Love you.